Hello, today I would like to show you a set of my devices that can create a portable office, portable command post, absolutely everywhere, off-grid, without any AC electricity, and let you to do a lot of things, and you will be able to feel like at home, that in any location. So that's the first element. As you can see, I was brewing a yellow label tea by this device, and it is operated from a battery just like that. Here I've got a P3 portable rate adaptive DSL. We've got a hookup TAF book to that port, and here we are connected to to similar device, exactly the same, but it's providing access to the internet. Here you can see the link is established. We are not using any AC. We are powering from an internal battery. And on the other end, we've got our TAF book, and it's also running from a battery. This is a spare one. And here we've got a user manual from a PRC117F radio and the voice over IP telephone, so we can provide technical support basically anywhere. And let's go back to the lab so I can show you this device more closely. And we are back. As you can see, a lot of things are green. We've got the green ESD mat, the green device, and green coffee. That was not on purpose, just pure accident. And I would like to show you how to operate this device and tell you a couple of things. First, start from filling it, so you will be able to see how long does it take to brew a cup of coffee. Just for a test, let's do measurement of temp of water. As you can see, that's the temp of water that we are going to fill, and we are going to take a look what kind of difference are we going to see. On top we've got the water tank that can be removed for filling, so you can take it into the kitchen and fill it. Here we've got the fill line, and the max out is 240 milliliters. If you go beyond that, it's going to overfill by this hole. So we are not going to do that, and we are going to I'm going to stick it inside and just add some water, not completely on top, like in the middle. This is around 230 milliliters, which I believe is a decent value. Over here over there you've got a little compartment, and it's holding a spoon for adding your coffee, but I believe that location is not very nice because it's going to get dirty and the rest of your coffee is going to go into the tank with fresh water. And yeah, I'm not going to use it, but feel free to use it if you like. So let's close that. Here we've got the assembly that allow you to put the ground coffee. That's how it looks like. And I'm going to just add 1 spoon of coffee, just like that. And you can lock it and put it back. There is a tiny ball that's making that clicking noise. This is cap with this top that is going to make sure that nothing is going to spill out. It's going to drip always to that spot. And this is a nice cap because it has a very thick walls and it's making a good insulation. And on the back we've got the battery. This is a 4 amp hour battery. As you can see, we are going to be fully charged, but just for experiment I'm going to use a 2 amp hour just so we can see how it's going to work at the half of the capacity. And we turn it on. It's making a green LED and it's working. It's brewing our coffee. So what's interesting about this unit? First of all, that was meant for making coffee, but from my observation it's working perfectly just as a portable kettle in like a semi-portable office configuration. Of course, this is not something that you are going to fit into a backpack. On my other video you can see setup that I'm powering from my military batteries, and it's make a great option for backpacking. This is not something that you can fit into backpack, and I'm not going to recommend it by no means. But if you've got other stuff like the P3 communication system, those stuff you are not going to carry on your back, that's going to the truck. So why not grab one more device and feel like at home? How much coffees can you make out of this device? The answer from the box, from the manufacturer, is 4 coffee, but those coffees have 150 milliliters, which in my opinion is not enough. I would like to have a full cup, so that's where I go with this 230 milliliters. And for that size of a full cup, you can make 3 coffees or teas from a single 4 amp hour battery. So to give you that into perspective, those 2 batteries will give you a 6 full cup. That's the perspective. This is what you have to take, to carry, to be able to make a 6 cup. Is it a lot? In my opinion, that's enough. That's definitely enough to let you spend whole night in the tent in a really good, like a really good, nice companion. And you can always send someone to recharge them. If you've got like multiple batteries, you can have no problem in sharing that coffees with your friends. And these batteries are extremely cheap if you compare them to the other brand. And I try them a lot because that's not the first thing I've got from the Parkside. That was actually my first purchase, cut through anything so. And as you can see, it's pretty beat up. That's because I was cutting the iron cast radiators, and I just purchased that for one job, but it ended up not dying, and it served me for a really long time. It's fully operational and it's a great tool. Then I've got something like this, also, as you can see, pretty beat up, but working perfect. And I do not feel like a crazy difference from a Bosch. Let's take a look. It's almost done. It's making a small sip, and there is just a physics. It warming that water and it's boiling it hot and it overflowing. There is no pump inside, just a physics. I recommend you googling the flow coffee machine. That's a very interesting and simple design. And yeah, I'm the Bosch person. I've got a lot of power tools from Bosch, but they were using 14.4 nickel cadmium batteries. And on my other videos, you can see how I changed this cell for a lithium ion. And if you want to purchase the genuine, new, brand new, never used, like a recent stock lithium ion batteries, they are pretty expensive. And if you add your work, it's really not that cheap. If you take out batteries from a dead battery from laptop, that's cheap, but you need to have a high current cells like 30 amp. Those are expensive. So these devices are absolutely cheap. I have feeling they are much cheaper than me rebuilding the battery myself. So that's a very good value for money. And I purchased a couple of things. One of those is this light with a USB. I'm going to make a video about it. But I didn't buy it for a power bank, not for flashlight, but for that belt clip. And I'm planning to throw out the electronics and be able to tap from the battery. As you can see, the contacts are very good. They are high drain, and you can have really nice setup. There are screws. We can remove this screw and carry that on our belt, and we can take out the power after removing the USB. So it's almost done. As you can see, it nicely drank everything from the tank. It's making the aggressive noise. It's really thirsty. And it's done, but I do not recommend you pulling it right now because there is no pump. The water is going to condensate and it's going to drip off. So if you pull the mug right now, it's going to spill around and you are going to create a mess and you are going to think that this is a bad device. So I recommend you left it resting until it cool down, like a 30 seconds or minute, nothing more. But just for sake of the video, I'm going to remove it. So no worries if you see the water dripping, and of course it's hot. If you would like to share cup with your friends, like in this portable office, this standard mug, it's fitting okay. So no problem. You can have a second person doing his coffee. And this is how it looks like. So we've got a very nice coffee, and you have to be careful because it doesn't feel hot because of the insulation, but the content is really hot, and we are going to stick our probe, and you are going to be able to see that we've got almost 70 Celsius. Now we've got a little bit over. So yeah, this is that's a pretty hot coffee. So do I recommend this unit? Definitely. If you are looking for a off-grid installation that you can take absolutely everywhere, 6 coffee out of those 2 battery definitely going let you through a whole night. In cold, you can make a cup of coffee and boost yourself. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time and bye bye.